What's going on, everyone? Ruse here, and I just want to make a really quick video talking about how you should be spending your resin on pretty much day by day as you go about the game, from when you unlock it all the way until high AR like 35, 40, 45 plus. So as soon as you unlock resin, you're not really able to do any domains. From that point on, just focus mainly on doing either your money or your XP ley lines. Just go and do those as much as you can, and as soon as you unlock domains, it's usually going to be your weapon extension ones first. Go ahead and start farming those. Even if you don't really need the extension materials, the money is a really low amount at this level, and so is the XP. So unless you are completely out of these at this point, you should end up having enough to level the characters you want to play, as long as you're not leveling every character and upgrading every single thing you have. This should continue on until about AR 25. So you'll continue doing these domains for your weapon materials. And then once you're able to start doing talents and start unlocking talents, I would recommend doing these every single day as much as possible. Once you're able to start doing these, and only doing the weapon extension ones if you currently have a weapon on that day you want to ascend. Past that point, I would continue focusing on talents, because you're not getting much of a gain as your AR goes up for these. The drops don't really change that much, so continue doing these as much as possible every day so you can level up talents and not worry about it in the future. In the future, once you're worrying about getting your artifact sets more and trying to get these other things, it ends up becoming much more of a hassle if you have a character you really like playing, and you may want to end up increase their talents at the time. Especially if it's on a day where you might not have the resin to do it, or if it's a certain day where it lines up with a weapon extension material and you're trying to get that uncap off. It gets really annoying when you have to decide between talents or weapon extension for that for those days. Besides that, it's pretty much going to be the same thing. If you need money, you'll go ahead and farm money, especially if it's a day where there's nothing you really want to farm. Money is always a nice choice. If you end up needing XP, you're going to end up farming XP for that matter. But from low AR, it's pretty much do talents as soon as you can. Before you can end up getting the talent upgrade materials, do the weapon upgrade materials or money / XP. As soon as you're around AR 35, you can start doing this. I would recommend doing this probably at around AR 45 if you can wait. But if you're trying to do some Abyss or maybe even work on some builds, starting this at AR 40 is nice. I tell people it's okay to start at AR 35 when it comes to farming some of these sets, mainly due to the fact that getting a perfect roll is something that will end up being nice on a purple piece, and of course it's best on a legendary piece, but waiting until AR 45 can end up taking a while. If you don't have any immediate goals, waiting as long as possible to start farming artifacts is always ideal. So if you don't have an immediate goal of trying to complete something very quickly, or you want to farm a certain set at the moment, then try and wait until AR 45 to spend your resin on artifacts. If not, you can start as early as 35. 40 is ideal if you're kind of indecisive and you don't know if you want to start farming the set now or later. You can start around 40 as well. And this is where you kind of stop doing talents as much and start just farming sets once you're at that 40 point. Talents are super nice, but artifacts end up making a bigger deciding factor on what your character is going to be doing. So if you get their sets that are going to increase their damage a lot more, it ends up helping that way. So pretty much an overall thing talking about it is, from early game, ascension materials for weapons you need at the moment or on that day if you think you're going to end up needing a lot in the future. If not, try and farm talents as early as possible and get it out of the way. Besides that, do your money and XP ley lines whenever you kind of need it. Try not to waste too much resin on it, because the return is pretty low for the most part. And then once you're at AR 40 to 45, it is the best time to start farming artifacts. You can start at 35 if you think you need it early on, but the farther you wait, the better it is. That's all I have for this video. I just wanted to make a really quick question or a video talking about resin because I get that question a lot on stream. People are asking me, should I spend my resin on this? Should I spend it on that? When should I spend my resin here? And that in general. So I just wanted to make this video to go ahead and get all of that out of the way. Thanks you so much for making it to the end of this video and for all the support you guys have been giving me. I will be making more guides and talking about stuff as well, so look forward to that. And if you enjoy this type of video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you think about this kind of stuff and what you want to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.